Hey, what's up interwebs? I'm that toy guy, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Legends class Skywarp. And so here he is, and before I get started, yes, I have a new background. I actually went to the dollar store and bought some construction paper. Okay. Nah, I didn't transform the toy properly. Anyway, here's the box. So you get his name, tells you about the card. You have a nice piece of artwork there of Skywarp. And just in case you forgot what franchise it's from, it says it right there. You have the Generations logo on the back. You have your product shot, steps, and your bio if you want to read it. And wow, it actually landed on the pile. And so here is Skywarp in his jet mode. And funny story, I was cleaning the room and I went under bed to move a garbage bag and I found a nerd block and I opened it and this was sitting in there. And then I remembered that I bought this last year and I just must have stuck it in the box and I forgot about it. So here it is. And this thing is pretty cool. It's not the best, but I do really like it. So it is modeled very loosely after an F-22-ish. I mean, the wings have been chopped a little bit, and there are the thrusters sticking out of the back. But it does still have the general shape of an F-22. But it is also his Combiner Wars iteration, just smaller. And yeah, it looks really nice. There is some undercarriage, but I mean, it's a Legends. You can forgive it. The feet do stick out. This does bother me, because it's like sleek jet things. There's these things sticking out. That does bug me a little bit, but the thrusters are adjustable, so that's nice. He does have landing gear, just stock landing gear, that when you fold it up, it brings the nose cone down. But it just folds up, and now it's hidden away. He does have two null rays, which do come off, and they have tiny pegs and larger pegs. And I guess that's for plugging them. Well, that's a loose connection. Okay. You can take them and you can peg it in on top, and he can have a laser gun on top and it'll look ridiculous. It doesn't peg in all too well. There you go. But yeah, he's supposed to go on the sides here. It's like that. Now he does have, move the knife out of the way, he does have some nice silver paint going down here. You got some nice gold, metallic gold on the top. Got purple for the nose cone, which is a soft rubber, so you don't poke your eye out. You got some nice silver stripes up here with some purple and the Decepticon symbols, which are kind of chopped off there. It just looks weird. You have this nice black plastic, and the rest of the purple bits are soft plastic here. Flip it underneath and there's his head, and there's the whole robot, but it's a Seeker. That's what a Seeker is. It's a jet with a robot at the bottom. Especially Jetfire. Oh god, especially Jetfire. Revenge of the Fallen Jetfire is just all robot at the bottom. Anyway, for comparison, here he is with Skydive. And someone just opened the door. And as you can see here, he's about Scout size. That's what they call Legends now. I mean, the new rebooted Legends is about Revenge of the Fallen Scout size. But I mean, he's a decent size next to an actual deluxe plane, which is nice. And just for the heck of it, here he is next to a movie deluxe. So yeah, he's pretty long when you think about it. One of the lamps is making a buzzing noise. So yeah, I guess that's about it for airplane mode, so let's get on to robot mode. And I forgot to show one thing off, hang on. It does come with a collector's card sleeve not included. You do have that nice Transformers Legends, I think that's what it's called, Legends app artwork of Skywarp there. He's got his name, he's got half his faction symbol on the back. Nothing. But I still like the cards. Then you get this really tiny instruction manual. which for being very tiny, the pictures are nice and large. Yeah, that's the instruction manual. Because that's important to show off, if I can get it to close. That's not right. I did not close this right. Oh, there we go. So, onto robot mode. First thing you want to do is you want to take the nose cone and just flip it down, and the landing gear will go in automatically, and the nose cone will go in all the way. Then you want to take the figure and flip it upside down. And you just want to take the arms and unpeg them from the wings, like so. They just tab into that little tab right there. Just unpeg it, and then take it and shift it up and click it into place, like so. And take the null rays and flip them down. Then what you want to do is you want to come back here and you want to split the legs. That way it clears that little black tab in there, just like that. Take this section and fold it up. Flip out the feet, fold out the heel spurs. Take the tail wings, fold them back, stand them up, and then take the nose cone, unpeg it, and fold it down over his head, and there you have Skywarp in his robot mode. This thing looks cool. This is awesome. I don't know why I just stuck it in a box. This thing looks awesome. It looks really, really nice. Let's give you 360 here. I mean, the detail in this, there's a lot of detail in the back here. Look at that. You have a single thruster in the back here. I guess you can use the peg hole for that. You got some nice line details. And you have all his copyright info, but other than that, there's a lot of nice molded in detail throughout this figure. Like the shins here and the knee pads are nicely molded. And he's got those little turbines in his chest. You got those little pauldrons that are always on a seeker's shoulder. The hands and the guns are nicely molded, and they're painted purple, which is nice. I'm so surprised they painted those purple. I could always see Hasbro just like leaving them black. But yeah, and this thing is tiny, like it's pretty small. I mean, here it is next to a RID Minicon. Here's Hammer. So he's pretty small. And if I don't drop it, here he is next to Skydive. As you can see, he went from being almost as long as Skydive to being shorter than Skydive. But I mean, Skydive has entire plane on back. He's falling over. And this guy just has the wings on the back. And I like how far they stick out. I feel like they stick out as far enough as they need to. And just for the heck of it, another movie deluxe. And here he is. He is actually shorter than Hailstorm, who is a very short figure. Now, these tail fins and these feet are rubber. Now, I'm glad the feet are rubber because it gives him a sturdy base he's not going to slide and fall over on, which works great for his posability, which there's a lot of for our legends. Head does nothing. Shoulders are on ball joints, so they can do full 360, but the wings get in the way. They can go out about that far. You have an elbow that's on a ball joint, which also adds for a pseudo bicep swivel. It's very stiff on mine, which I like, because if you know, I hate ball joints. Nothing at the waist. Hips can go forward and back only about that far. They can go out about that much. No thigh swivel, which does suck. Is 90 degrees of bend there at the knee. And the toes can hinge downwards. And the heel spurs can hinge forwards. So you can totally give him Masterpiece Skywarp heels if you want to. Well, I don't see why you would. And the null rays can rotate, by the way. So he's very posable for a tiny little Legends figure. And I do quite like this thing a lot. This thing is amazing for a Legends. Yes, it has its problems, undercarriage, visible head syndrome, and no thigh swivels. But other than that, if you look past those tiny little gripes there, this thing is awesome. It's really nice. I love how the cockpit transforms of just going over the head, and it flips out the landing gear on its own. I like that. I love the paintwork, I love the sculpting and the mold detail, and the transformation's fun, even if it's just generic robot underplane transformation. It tries to give its own little spin by taking the wings and just flipping them all the way up here. I just think this thing is cool, and I highly recommend you buy this. So that has been my look at the Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Legends class Skywarp. Quite a mouthful. And I'm that toy guy, and stay tuned for my next video.